Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie. Thank you so much for joining me for another week of What's for Dinner. I have a couple of really good recipes to share with you guys this week, so let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so the first thing I made was this creamy garlic chicken that I got off of Pinterest. It was super delicious and super garlicky. If somebody in your family doesn't like garlic, or you don't like garlic that much, you can totally scale it back because, like I said, there's a ton of garlic in here. But I really enjoyed it. I feel like if you omit garlic or don't put as much, it would still be really good because it's just like that creamy chicken. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I made this. Okay, so as you can see, super easy to put together, and I just put it in at 375 for about 35 minutes. Alright guys, so that's what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. It looks so pretty and it was super delicious. The recipe said that you could just put like cherry tomatoes and fresh parsley on top, but Josh isn't really a fan of tomatoes, so I just left it the way it was. And we just had that with some broccoli, and then I made Josh some mashed potatoes on the side. But yeah, it was really delicious. I will definitely be making this again. Alright, so tonight we had Chipotle. I got the pork, I don't know what it's called. I think it's called carnitas, but I'm not sure. I never know. I just point to it. So yeah, definitely super delicious. I love Chipotle. Who doesn't? But yeah, that's what it was for dinner tonight. Alright guys, so dinner tonight was some chicken salad that I made earlier in the week, and I put those on slider buns for Josh. I just had mine on top of lettuce, and I gave him some tater tots and a cut up cucumber. Alright guys, so this night for dinner I made beef stroganoff in the slow cooker, and I don't really have a recipe that I have followed like off of Pinterest or anything. This is something that I've just been doing for a couple of years. I tried it one day and it was really good, so I'll go ahead and put down what I'm using in the description box below, and it's super duper easy and really delicious as well. Alright guys, so I got home from work and the meat was falling apart, which is exactly what I wanted, and it smelled amazing. So this next step, it's totally up to you. You can definitely put the mushrooms and onions in when you like get home or whatever, but I really like to take this extra step and cook them in the pan. I know, like I said, it's not as easy as it would be otherwise just to throw them in, but I think that this gives like such a great flavor of like the cooked mushrooms, and it's just so good. Alright, so now that I've added my mushrooms and my onions to my meat, I'm going to go ahead and put in some heavy whipping cream. I want to say like 1/4 of a cup to like maybe 1/3 of a cup. Just enough to kind of get that, you know, creamy beef stroganoff look. And I'm going to go ahead and add the last thing, which is this mushroom gravy mix. And that kind of like thickens it up a little bit because all gravy mix has like cornstarch in it. So it kind of thickens up the whole like pot. So I'm going to stir that in, and then I'm going to probably let it go on high for like 30 minutes just to let everything get all nice and warm again and like thicken up the gravy. And then while that's going, I just go ahead and make some rice to go along with it. You can also use like egg noodles or mashed potatoes. Alright, so as you can see, it's not the most beautiful presentation in the world, but I did add some dried parsley to be fancy. I did put Josh's over rice. We're still doing that like 30-day health challenge at my job, so I just made some broccoli for him to have on the side and also for me to have instead of rice. You guys, it's so good. Alright, so tonight I made a Philly cheesesteak crescent ring. I loosely followed a Pinterest recipe, so I will link that below. And it came out really delicious, and it was super easy. So just a heads up, after looking at the Pinterest recipe, it was extremely loosely that I followed it. So I'll still link it below, but yeah, you guys can definitely do whatever you want. If you see, I have my little kitchen assistant. She always sits there when I'm cooking. I don't know if anyone else's dog literally sits in the corner. She loves that corner. So I'll go ahead and get back to the actual recipe now. Alright guys, so this is what it looks like when it was done. Again, I added some parsley to be fancy, but I just went ahead and threw this in a 375-degree oven for 12 minutes. And this is what it looks like when it came out of the oven. I just want to make a little note here. The filling, I only used about like half of it, so what I ended up doing was mixing it with some brown rice for lunch the next day for actually Josh and I, because there's a lot left. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys, I made a chopped salad to go with this. So just another little side note, I was speaking with a friend of mine about these little barbecue ranch chopped salad kits, and they have them at Publix, but she doesn't have a Publix by her, and I know like a lot of people don't. So I just want to say I looked it up in my Walmart grocery pickup app, and they do have a ton of chopped salad options, and they have like a barbecue like sunflower crunch one that looked really good. So yeah, definitely would recommend getting chopped salads. They're really delicious, and they have like a lot of different texture in them, which is also fun to make salad more enjoyable and actually like more appetizing for your kids and like people that usually wouldn't eat it. Alright guys, so this is everything all plated up. Super delicious. Josh was so nice and let me have a bite of his, but I'm still doing my challenge, so I just had some salad and some filling with mine. Really, really delicious, really, really good. Definitely would recommend. 10 out of 10. So this night I was out of town at a conference, so we actually just went to this Asian place. My sister and her boyfriend came and met me. The food was delicious. I tried to be cool and order some green beans so I wouldn't eat so bad, but the food was very, very good here. Oh my gosh, so good. Alright everyone, that's going to do it for this week. Thank you so much for watching again. I know I have a lot of new subscribers, so thank you guys so much for subscribing, and I hope you love all these videos. I do have a playlist of what's for dinner videos, so you guys can totally check that out. I hope everyone has a blessed and awesome week.